Oh, that took a long time. Sorry. I have several different installs of Kerbal Space Program, and I think my CCAN was applying to the wrong file. I just got rid of everything except for my really old 0.90. That's way somewhere else, separately. Excuse me. So we won't worry about that, but then I removed and completely reinstalled Kerbal Space Program. And I have 20 mods. Some of the ones I mentioned before are here, some others are not. But as you can see, Kerbin here looks more like Earth, and that's a good thing. So we're going to do a little bit of sandbox. And I got rid of, hopefully I got rid of a lot of extra parts, components I don't feel like using. Thanks, I've got it. Ooh, wow. So this might be, so to get the real Earth, you need the real solar system, but that's 10 times bigger, and I don't want that. So I have another mod that's supposed to shrink it back down, but I don't think it shrinks it quite all the way back down. Maybe not. So what we have is the warp drive, the astronomer's pack, the chatterer, which will play. Apparently they use some actual sounds that were used by NASA and other space missions. I'm not sure. I've just heard it's really good. Community tech tree, enhanced nav ball, environmental visual enhancements, hyper edit, Kerbal attachment system, Kerbal engineer, achievements, module manager, the near future solar system again, and snacks, thermometer. Oh yeah, a thermometer, so you could see what the temperature is of your components and whatnot. Okay. So we are going to yeah, that'll work. That interesting. I don't know how any of this is going to work. I could put explosives on what will end up being debris and explode it. I like that. Okay, let us put a quick decoupler on here. And a nice tiny rocket. Well, that's a little too tiny. And let's put a parachute on it. And let's put some explosives on this. Okay, so we're going to hyper edit ourselves into orbit. assuming that installed correctly. No, I don't think I want to try that. Why hyperedit? Well, we're not just sandboxing to sandbox. We're sandboxing to make sure things are... Whoa, that was cool. We're sandboxing to make sure things are working correctly. And then we're going to start a new career. Okay, let us move this somewhere over here for now. So as you can see, this looks like Earth. Oh, that's another mod I wanted. The one that automatically brings up your nav ball. Maybe I can install that later. Navball up default. Maybe I can install it now. And maybe it will apply the next time I restart Kerbal Space Program. Seems like it. I just installed it, so I don't expect it to work yet. Oh, and our moon. Okay, so we have different orbits here. Interesting how that's a strange plane. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and I don't know why Pluto's in here. It's not a planet. Where on Earth is the KSC? Where on Earth is the Kerbal Space Center? I don't know. Maybe I can change my orbit. Whoops. How's that? I can tab. This is the sun. This is Mercury. It looks not quite like Moho. This is Venus. I don't really see much of an atmosphere here. The moon. Mars. Ooh. Ooh. I like this mod a lot. Phobos and Deimos. I agree. And you can see there's something on top here. Well, Jupiter. This is where you go if you're feeling too intelligent and you want to get stupider. I don't see the red spot. I think it's right here. Io and Europa. I don't know what all of these should look like, so they might be realistic, they might not. But I really like how they look. Saturn without rings. Okay. And I don't think I can use a mod for that. Mimas? Is that a real moon? And Enceladus, are these real? I don't know if these are real moons of Saturn. Titan, I've heard of that one. Hypatus? I think I've heard of that. I don't see any rings around Uranus. Triton, yes. Oh, I was kind of hoping Pluto would look like it looks on my desktop image, a recent image from NASA. Either way, this once I decided, when did I decide to re-download? And when did I get back online? So 30 minutes ago is when the game finished downloading, and from Steam, for me, it took like 5 or 6 minutes to download the entire game. It was just under 2 meg per second. Oh good, it does rotate. I don't know if you saw the Scott Manley video on how to download mods. I did it the old-fashioned way, and I spent about an hour and a half getting a few mods. And then I went to rewatch his video, and it is so much easier. So, go to Google and type CKAN, that's C-K-A-N, and then KSP. And it's the github.com link /KSP-CKAN, etc., etc. CKAN is an executable file. It is actually pretty simple to use. Open it up, and it has a list of 800 something odd mods. Find mods that sound interesting. You can't go overkill. I tried 38 mods and it was bugging out. And then I tried, now I think I have 20. And when you find a mod, check the box, and the tab is Manage Mods. You'll have a tab when you check a box called Change Set. When you click on that, it'll tell you what the mod is, and the change is that you're going to install it. So you click Apply in the lower left corner, it downloads the mod, and automatically installs it for you, which is a lot easier than opening the zip file and merging your game data folders. It really isn't too difficult, but when you're doing 15 or 20, sometimes it can get a little confusing. So another thing you can do once you have one mod installed is filter by compatible mods, so that you don't have conflicts. And then you can also filter by installed mods. Now I wonder if you can save your list of installed mods. export installed mods. So yeah, I can make a file that I could put out there on the internet, and someone can just open it up and it will bring in the same exact mods that I'm using. Yes, you can filter out mods. In the meantime, I'm going to try to return to Earth, which is not the easiest thing for me to say. I'm actually finally used to calling it Kerbal. But it's not Kerbal, it's Earth. These solar panels look not great. They look okay. I'm going to assume atmospheres are the same. That we are at 70 kilometers. I have not installed mods for planetary bases. Whatever I had before that was allowing me to build, theoretically build, like a rover on Duna. I don't know what that was. I don't think I have that anymore. Let me tell you, this is way easier than mods I installed in 0.90. A lot more user-friendly, that's for sure. Oh, we've used one snack, and 1 day plus has passed. I believe we are still on the Kerbal calendar. 6 hours in a day. I don't know how to detonate this explosive. Well, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Seems that we're having a bit of trouble here with our stability assist. I guess it's just a little too powerful. We can use the built-in stability assist on our command pod. So, yes, we are in the atmosphere. Oh man, I am excited about this. This is what I wanted a long time ago, is a realistic solar system that isn't enormous. It isn't, well, I mean, I guess a normal size, but still has that 1/10 size of the Kerbal system. I'm also excited about the custom expanded tech tree that I'm pretty sure I have. I should have. I don't know if we can look at that. Why don't we see if we can't get down to the surface faster? Because I want to see if I can see a tech tree in the science building in sandbox mode. And Jebediah has an inventory with nothing in it, but that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so we are not very deep in the atmosphere. Yeah, I don't love it, but I do like it. Okay, I should have gone a little deeper in the atmosphere. And I should know better than that. Earth doesn't exist in KSP. I have the real solar system mod, which does have... Oh, I'm sorry, this is someone else. Duke Ellington, hello brother. This is a new career file. It's actually a sandbox file with a bunch of mods that are a lot easier to install now. You're right, Earth doesn't exist, but I have it modded in place of Kerbal. And I'm really excited about that, because we have our solar system. Except there are no rings around Saturn or Jupiter. Well, not Jupiter. Uranus. That's what I was trying to think of. It is. The real solar system mod has been around for a while. When I finally did get it to work in 0.90, I don't remember if it actually was Earth or not. But Earth is the same size it's always been, or whatever, in real life. Kerbal has always been 1/10 of the size, and has been, for me, quite difficult to actually get into orbit. It takes a lot more delta V. But I have a mod installed that will not only make it the real solar system, but bring the size back down to the Kerbal size. I don't think I can find any rovers on Mars. So right now we are in sandbox mode, just doing some testing of these mods. Trying to figure out how well they're working, and so far they're working quite well. We have temperature gauges, which was a big part of the deadly reentry. Yeah, I can test those. This is quite wobbly even with no stability assist. Okay. Safe to deploy. This is really dark. This is realistically dark. I like that. But we know we're above water because we can see that in our biome here. The French-Mexican physicist. One of the mods is achievements, just kind of for fun. Oh, I guess you get funds for it. Oh no, never mind. Collecting the funds is what the achievement is. Okay. I like the nav ball scale. Hey, we splashed down. There are mods that... Okay, achievement. I think we made it. Land on the surface of a celestial body with all crew members still alive. Nice. There are mods that help your landing in water not be so dangerous. There are mods that make water have a more realistic sound when you're just kind of floating in there. I thought he was like French and Mexican, or Mexican and working in France or something like that. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Either way, his theories are, as far as I'm aware, kind of what the basis is for most science fiction warp drive technology. Okay, we cannot check the science building just yet. So let us do some warp drive testing. Well, we have two sizes, small and humongous. So for now, we may as well go with humongous. Now, since we have a snacks mod installed, I'm curious if we have snack storage. If we can bring up more snacks. Okay. Well, I'm going to want to put that somewhere, put this somewhere. This is a solar panel I haven't tested yet. So why don't we why don't we test it? I'm going to do a quick Google search for snacks. Okay, so snacks, they on average consume 1 per 6 hours, which is 1 day. They do not die when they run out of snacks. Instead, your reputation drops. And snack capacity of non-command modules is 200 snacks for each capacity. Not quite sure I understand what that means. Okay, let's pretend. Let's play a little pretend here and give it a rocket that we won't use. I don't want the skipper. I want the main signal. Actually, this, oops. We're gonna want these here. And some radiators here. Too much reading? I don't know about reading. Technical stuff? Maybe. I mean, everything I know about this game I learned through trial and error and through watching Scott Manley play videos or watching his videos on YouTube. And then just kind of practice and we'll figure things out. Huh. Oh, I think I was on velocity. Good. It removes the, whatchamacallits, the launch clamps. Let's extend these solar panels. These solar panels, I believe, will make these radiators look tiny. And they bring in 500 electric charge per second per panel. The largest stock solar panels, I believe they bring in 38 electric charge per second. So this is like your biggest space plane. space plane. Space station will have 2 of these. Maybe 1 of these. And this circular concentrating solar panel, I hope it kind of spins in circles. Oh, that kind of circular. I was thinking about like a globe shaped. That's what she said. Why is this so big? That's what she said. Like a globe. Is this globe or circular? That's just a circle. Like a spherical solar panel, so you don't have to be facing any specific direction. Like obviously it will rotate, but if you're already out of power, it won't rotate. But if it was globe shaped, it wouldn't have to. Exotic matter full. This is not how I'm used to this working. But that's okay. Usually you have to slowly charge. And I don't think we can set our velocity here. So my guess is the speed of light. That's what we'll be going. It doesn't have to be the most efficient. That's not the point. The point is that no matter where you are, when you run out of power, no matter which direction you're facing, when you enter into sunlight from nighttime to daytime, you'll be receiving solar power. I don't feel like we're going very fast. Oh, we can't retract these solar panels. That's a shame. I'm not really sure how this warp drive works. Actually, let's do 900,000. Or 9 kilometers. Right? No. Oh, I should probably keep SAS on. What else should I do before we start a career? Well, we just took off. Set a target? I feel like we have a warp bubble around us. Well, you can have goals in Kerbal Space Program. The game doesn't really give you goals, but you can make your own. Looks like the sun is... it has different ideas of what it wants from us. Well, I think I've had enough of Sandbox. I think it's time to start a career. Our player name will be... What should our player name be? Why doesn't the chat box tell me what we should name our player? Should I do a straw poll? Don't do a straw poll. Too late. We need one more vote to break the tie. And the tie has been broken. I didn't change my flag, but that's okay. Okie dokie! Okie dokie! First thing I want to do is look at this beautifully enormous tech tree. That is a thing of beauty. We already have the mystery goo and the parachutes and rockets, and there's a lot to unlock. My guess is this is the warp drive, but I don't see anything. Fusion. We have fusion? Oh man. Oh man. So yeah, there's a few at the 1000 science stage in stock Kerbal Space Program. And in this we have a lot more. Oh, this is going to be great. So, we are going to have one contract for now. Launch our first vessel. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I almost clicked the wrong big X in the corner. That would have been bad. Why is it so big? So, I don't know, but my guess is we are launching from Cape Canaveral. Cape Carnival. Okay. Somehow we set a distance record. That is great. Good job, guys. I could not have set that record without you. Oh, there's a mod where you can jettison fuel. I don't have it installed. I'd like to be able to jettison my monopropellant. No science from a crew report. Okay, we can get a little science here. Well, you can't really zoom out. I mean, you can zoom out from your vessel, but it doesn't really change. Oh, it does change. Yep. Okay, so Florida. I don't know what that guy just said, but I don't like it. I don't like that we're pointing the wrong direction. This might tear. It probably won't. Okay, so one thing I don't like about altitude is 1 kilometer, but that's above sea level, and I don't think we're quite there at sea level. So I'm pretty leery of 1 kilometer parachute full deployments. And it worked fine, but you know, they don't always. Do you hear the breathing there? That is from a mod called I have no idea. There are mods where you can change from your EVA suit to an IVA suit when you're in an atmosphere. That would have been a good one to install. Yeah, isn't it a stupid name for a mod? I agree. Ten science! We can practically unlock the entire tech tree. So we're probably going to do basic rocketry. And Engineering 101. So, escaping the atmosphere will be next. I don't know if we can do it just yet, but we can try. This might be awful. How did I do this in the past? It's too heavy. It's too heavy still. Who knows if this is going to do what I want it to do. We're just going to go straight up and try to go suborbital that way. We are going to crash and die a horrible death. This is why you never attend space launches. Because you might be standing somewhere here in Florida and have explosions happen on you. And now we play the waiting game. Well, it's not quite what I said, but if that's what you heard, I'm okay with that. I don't think this mod setup does. There are mods that have that. They don't look that great. I don't think. I mean, they're fine. The enhanced visual, whatever they call it, visual enhancement mods usually look a lot better on the day side than they do on the night side, but they do have lights on the night. Yeah, you could see we don't have any of them. But I do wonder, I'm used to launching and just going 90 degrees east. I don't think I'm going to want to do that anymore. Am I? Okay, see you next time, Duke. Thanks for watching. East by southeast? Not northeast? Okay, let's try something a little bit better here. I click and then I have to wait because it doesn't take, which I find a bit frustrating because I'm not used to doing that. No, not northeast. I would have to go northeast to match an orbit here. So, I'm confused why my rocket wants to flip over in all directions. Let me put these fins lower on the ship. Why don't I actually look at my center of mass, center of lift, and then put them lower? Come on. Why you gotta be so far back? Get closer, get closer, get closer, get closer. There are mods that have huge rocket parts, like well over 6 meters. Yep, that should be shooting up like a dart. There are wind mods. These are just mods that I happen to remember seeing when I was looking for mods. Well, the idea is you can throw it sideways and it will point its nose forward like a dart. When the center of mass is just above the center of lift, or just forward when you're launching a plane. And I think with the way it was set up before, it just wasn't quite doing that. Well, that's a nice little financial boost. And by boost, I mean an achievement saying I collected those funds. I didn't earn those funds from the achievement. I keep forgetting that. Okay, we're well out of the atmosphere when this is done. And a whopping 5 science. This is going to take a long time to unlock this tech tree. But we do have more places to go in our solar system. And the real question is, will we overheat upon re-entry? You can see we have a temperature and a max temperature. I still think it'll take a long time whether or not I use science labs. Oh, excuse me. We're not experiencing any reheating effects, or re-entry heating effects. I mean, barely. Really minor. I was expecting a lot more. Let's go a little lower this time. I know I said it was leery, but now I'm less leery. And now I'm more leery. Mission successful. We are 2 for 4. And no one has died yet. I believe on Scott Manley's interstellar quest, he lost a Kerbal on his very first launch. Why, thank you. Okay, let's test this hammer. And then I don't feel like doing any of these contracts. Let's work on that one. You need a space plane, or just a plane, not a space plane. We'll have to fly to South America. But first, let's test the solid rocket booster. The hammer, was it? We already have that unlocked. I really don't like how far out it puts me. I can't see anything. I guess my test is launching it. Now I can't really test it. Crew report. Why was I unable to test this booster? That was a pretty hard landing. I mean, I can recover, but I don't want to. I want to figure out why I'm not able to test this. Because I didn't hit space? Because I went to activate the engine via right click instead of hitting space. And usually all you do is you right click and you hit test. Solid rocket boosters might be different though. Whatever, I don't care. No harm, no foul. Oh! There is a mod. I didn't quite understand it, but I think it might be possible to, while you're at the launch bay, to move Kerbals around, like Kerbals that aren't on the ship, to add them to the ship. So you could have a probe core and put a seat on it, and then while you're on the launch pad, add a Kerbal to the seat. Maybe, if I'm understanding it correctly. I don't remember the name of that mod. There's a mod I saw earlier. I'm just remembering these now. A mod that will somehow look on your chat box or look who's watching your Twitch stream and name Kerbals after the people watching you play. If I understand it correctly. There are a lot of mods. Mods that require you to have missions to space stations for maintenance, for changing out crew. Mods that add random failures to engines, lights, decouplers, and plenty more. Kerbal GPS. Add support for GPS satellites. Mods that change the uniforms the Kerbals wear to Star Trek style uniforms. Um, Let's do the survivability. Yeah, why didn't I use Star Trek uniforms? It's TOS uniforms. They look pretty good. I'm looking at images of them. They don't look that great because they still have the Kerbal body shape. Star Trek style engines. Huh. Let's see what these look like. It's not showing me images. I would like to see, like, for warp drive. Oh my goodness. A quick Google search makes me want this mod pretty badly. But see, this is why, because I have to install 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mods to get these 2 mods to work. And I don't want to install... Some of these mods I was trying to install earlier, and they were giving me problems. For the Star Trek uniform and Star Trek engine. The Star Trek uniform requires 4 mods. And some of those mods were causing me trouble. Let's see if we can't design some kind of space plane. Have you looked at the CCAN yet? Have you tried? Are you interested in trying? I feel like you're interested in trying mods. I'd say just do it. We don't really have wings for a plane yet, so I don't know why I'm messing around in here. Yeah, I don't know about planetary bases. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there were any. It's just kind of hard to find something like that when I look through 832 mods. 878 mods. That was way off. Yeah, Kerbal Planetary Base Systems. This mod adds stock-like parts that are designed to build bases on the surface of planets. It's not the one I mentioned earlier with the rovers on Duna. But it would require for me to remove the real solar system. So Earth would go away, everything else would go away. Well, I guess we can... Yeah, I don't know how modding works in Kerbal Space Program. Or anything else ever. Why don't we open up what we have? With the help of fins, I'm going to attempt to go to South America. It won't work at all. You know, that's not a bad idea. If I can. It's not a rocket, it's a freak of nature. Observe the materials bay. Look how far south we're going. We're almost gonna make it to Jorgad's isolation. I don't see an SRB. It had an SRB, but not now. You're living in the past, man. Get with the times. It had one. It was a rocket. I'll grant you that. Okay, I'm gonna let this land on its own, but I have to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna leave the stream running. We're back. And better than ever. What happened? Looks like we didn't blow up. Well, that's good. Really? You can't type welcome back? You have to type WB? Okay, fair enough. I feel like we might be able to get into orbit with some of these parts here. So let's try to splash down in the water and do a mystery goo in the water. Actually, let's not use that. Oh, I don't have thrust vectoring. I changed my mind. Let's use this again. Oh, come on, click. Crowman Squall, F and C, double time. What does Crowman Squall, F and C, double time mean? I read come on, not come one. It's almost as if I knew the quote. Turn more. Turn more. Crisis Management Squad, front and center. Move twice as fast as you normally would. So why did you say it like that? To save time. Well, you could actually argue that saying it like that took more time because of the explanation that you had to give. Yeah, I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not sure what they say. I blame Toby. It's been a while since I've watched it. It's been maybe 2 or 3 months since I've watched. Maybe even a little longer than that. But I had watched from season 3 onwards, and then as soon as I finished, I started from season 1 and watched it all the way through. And that was about 3 or 4 weeks, watching through the whole show twice. I will absolutely watch it again. I can make a goal to see something I haven't noticed before in each episode. Don't think it'll work. Risky. Risky at 500 meters per second? I would think deploying my chute now would be quite unsafe. I don't feel like rewatching Arrested Development anymore. It's a hard show to watch because so much is happening all the time. It feels like 6 seasons, and it's only 2.5 seasons. Well, 3.5. I say half because I think one was really short. Wait, season 5's coming out? I did not know that, dude. We got more water, we got more tea here. I'm looking forward to the next season of Trailer Park Boys. That is a great show. I wonder how much mass is added by our snacks. There's really not a whole lot you could do at the beginning of a career in Kerbal Space Program. Unless you're really good, like Scott Manley. You just launch and try to get higher and farther than the previous time. You try to set a speed record. Planet Editor. This water looks strange. Is it transparent? Am I seeing the ground below it? Yeah, I'm a little curious about what I can edit with planets. And I totally forgot to do my mystery goo in the water. Saturn. I can give oxygen to planets that I want to have oxygen. I don't see the part where it says rings. Well, that's kind of a shame that I forgot to, use the science I was trying to do it. So, why don't we try again? What can go wrong? Runway science? You want me to spam runway science? was going to spam launchpad signs, but they won't give me any signs. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly. The question is, do my mods get rid of science in the Kerbal Space Center? I don't know. That is not good, you're right. I hear explosions. I heard a really loud explosion outside of my house last night. I wasn't sure if it was a gunshot, but someone just had some firecrackers, and one was really loud. Quite startling, I know. No, I don't speak German. I'm really good at guessing. No, I don't speak Klingon, so don't ask. Erase what you were typing in Klingon. Don't be so predictable. Don't forget, I almost forgot again. Goo! Really? Oh, because this water is the grasslands. Yeah, I wasn't typing in Klingon. Well, 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 well. That's 6 wells. I feel like I'm going to be slowly losing money. No, I don't know Arabic either. And it's not because I read it from left to right instead of right to left. I just don't know it, okay? Also, what are those other parts that are new in the science tab? Oh, if you haven't seen these before. Okay, this is obviously the Communitron, the Goo, and the Science Junior. This is the Kerbal Engineer computer. And this is another Kerbal Engineer computer. I forget the difference, honestly. I think this one was a little bit better, or provided more information. And then once you upgrade, I don't know what you upgrade, but once you upgrade maybe the Science Center or the Vehicle Assembly Building or whatever it is, then you automatically get your Kerbal Engineer information. So I mean, there's really no point in using these, at least not right now. I've heard and I've read on forums that these parts are obsolete. They, in a really old version, like whatever the version of Kerbal Engineer that was up to date with 0.90 Kerbal Space Program, those parts were already considered obsolete at that point. Yeah, I can't get science from the runway. I wish I could answer your question. So let's take VIP. Well, I mean, what do we even get for that? A little bit of money? We need science. Okay, we can do this one. Well, carrying a thumper up there, well, I guess I could take fuel out of it. But other than that, taking it up there could be difficult. We don't need no snacks. Let's bring a few, just in case. On the off chance that they eat one snack, my reputation is hurt. Well, they do not add mass the way monopropellant does. Okay, where was I? Flying at Earth. I don't think the ISRU can make snacks. It can't make xenon fuel. Why would it be able to make snacks? I mean, maybe. If your Kerbals need snacks, then maybe you can make them. Mod. Make that mod. Make an aeroponics bay. Could grow Doritos on vines? That would be great. Oh, I would love Doritos on vines. But it should grow faster than that. So we're going to launch and decouple at the same time. Why don't we launch first? Okay, we need to be 7 to 16 kilometers and 200 to 500 meters per second. Hopefully we can do that. Well, we're going quite fast. Can we slow down in time? Not on our way up, we cannot. Which direction should we go? North? Should I do a straw poll? North, south, east, west? Should I do a FTL run? Do a straw poll on which ship I should do? Two of us will vote. I'll be the tiebreaker because I control the mouse. Should we do a dual stream with FTL? Could we do that? What about Legs? Legs, I see he plays the game, but he doesn't seem to stream the game. Go north and then get more science, yeah, right. Believe me, if I could get more science, I would. Yeah, the way he describes FTL, I don't know if he played it before he described it, but he seems like he knows quite a bit about it. I'm wondering if he's good at it. But you don't record it as much as I would like. And even I don't record it as much as I would like. That's why I recorded 2 hours today. I guess I won't be going north. Slow down, slow down. Ooh. I had to go all wobbly to slow down. Come on, atmosphere, slow me down. Slow me down. It's unsafe, it's unsafe. No. No. I refuse to... Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, yes. I don't refuse to do that. I was going to let him stay dead. You know, kind of like Scott Manley in his Interstellar Quest. And out of habit, I clicked revert. You know, I did that with FTL. I had a really nice, powerful weapon set up. And, oops. And I wanted the pre-igniter, and I won the pre-igniter. I had to exchange a scrap recovery arm for it, and I slid it over, and I swear it didn't work. So I did it again, and then I clicked OK, and I still had the scrap recovery arm. I was a little upset about it. This was not a stream. I didn't record this. My guess is that it worked the first time, and my brain saw scrap recovery arm and thought, oh, that's the thing that I want, and not the pre-igniter. And I probably switched it and then switched it back. Yeah, let's try this here. It was safe when I deployed my parachute, but we're picking up speed. Okay, now I'm making this not pick up so much speed. So yeah, if you make it wobble, then it really does slow you down. Wow. Yeah, today I took a little trip to a fast food place for breakfast. I'm not going to tell you which restaurant, but they have very good Egg McMuffins. And I had some fish tacos delivered for my lunch. And I'm just feeling like a third delivery. I guess it'd be a second delivery, but a third outside the meal. I'm already 2 for 2. I may as well go 3 for 3. So what I would like to do is get some jet parts. I know there was a mod that made the tech tree a little more realistic, where you unlock jet parts first and then rockets later, which seems to more mimic the timeline of real-life flight, as I understand it. There are also propeller plane mods, which I kind of want to do that, but I haven't yet. I went to a diner for breakfast. I had an omelet with bacon, onions, and cheese with a side of home fries and wheat toast. That sounds delicious, Al. That sounds very good. Boy, I wonder what's in this enhanced survivability node, whatever you would call it. Let's do general rocketry. Should we try to orbit Earth? This would be our second contract. Oh, we could try our speed record. That'll just earn us some more cash. Let's add one more tank. I would like some stability assist. See, that just feels like cheating. I mean, it's not really... Well, I mean, I guess you could attach it in real life. It wouldn't be a few inches off to the side, but... whatever. We still don't have enough delta V though. Don't do that. Oh my goodness, let me select that please and thank you. And I'm losing mouse. I'm losing mouse control. I don't want to have to use my touchpad. Okay, now it's back. Yeah, I thought maybe the battery was dying and it wasn't, and then I just, well, whatever. It's working now. So 3171, if we have the liquid engine stage together, we lose a little bit of delta V. feel like only when I'm streaming and or recording is when I'll forget which tab I need to be on for the parts that I'm looking for. Obviously this is wrong. Okay, launch. No, this decoupler needs to be further back. So we have two decouplers, and then our main engine, and then we decouple, and then one more booster. This is not going to get us into space. So undo both of those. Unused snack resource. We have 5 snacks. Is there no... Does Jebediah not use snacks? That's the flea. It gives me that burst of speed I need to succeed. Because I don't have a... Not a poodle, whatever the tiny little 1.5 meter rocket is called. Engine. Rocket engine. Doesn't give that much more delta V. Okay. So we can do it by parts. Not by weight. Yeah, that's not adding enough delta V. And our thumper is quite heavy. Well, I don't think we can orbit. But maybe we can set a speed record. Maybe we can have a third stage here. Thumper, decouple. No, that's wrong. Come on. I'm right on the edge there. actually. Is that any better? I don't think that's any better. You can't asparagus stage. Legs is nothing? Is that what you said? You're nothing, legs. Nothing! Nothing! Alright, let's ditch this idea. We could stage some boosters. What kind of rotation? What kind of rotation is that? Yeah, well, I wasn't rotating very well, was I? So we can launch, decouple, and then not really gain anything. And we're way over our mass. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just do it anyways with a thumper. We have 3 tons to work with. We have 3 tons with which to work. Hey, 4,100. And this will not work at all, but we're going to do it anyways. Yeah, right, don't include fins, because you don't think this is going to be wobbly even with fins. It's going to be so wobbly, even with the fins. This is taking too much time though. Launch! I was worried about that one. 10 launch is... Excuse me. Maybe we'll just set the speed record on this thing. Oh, you're right, it's not so wobbly. I just can't control it at all. Or not very well. Alright, let's just aim up and hope for the best. Yeah, I know when you said it, you were right, it's not so wobbly, but... Well, yeah, blaming pilot error is easy. What kind of pizza should I order? That's the question. Can I break the speed record? I don't think I can. I think if I revert to launch and aim straight up the whole time, I could absolutely break a speed record. I wonder if there's a mod to disable temperature gauges by default. You know, I'm thinking like a pepperoni mushroom pizza could be good. A Hawaiian pizza could be good. Why am I not going full throttle? I shrewded it. I'd like to say I'm better than this at Kerbal Space Program. This is really about as how good I really am. That didn't make any sense. This is about how good I normally am. Oh man, I have arena football on in the background. That's such a weird sport. It kind of reminds me of Mutant League football. I mean, there aren't like holes where you plunge to your death. Nobody dies, but there's padded walls, and people will like dive into the stands and still catch the ball. A running start, a really short field, not very wide. I don't even know why they have full uniforms and helmets and pads. Well, it looks like I set 2513. That's the highest number I saw. If you don't know what arena football is, I would recommend Just looking it up on YouTube. I mean, I think the field is 50 yards long, so you can basically throw like a 35-yard touchdown, and it's almost the entire field. It's 55-41. They're really high-scoring games. Have you ever seen any indoor soccer? It's kind of like that, but it seems more gimmicky. Not quite like the XFL. There's just nothing else to watch. I mean, the next Food Network Star episode doesn't air for a little while. Hour and a half. Or is it half an hour? I love that show. The only like reality competition shows that I like to watch are on the Food Network, and then I also like Top Shot, which was a History Channel. XFL. It was the World Wrestling Entertainment division of football. It lasted one season. I don't remember the rules. Oh, instead of a coin toss, they would have a dash. Everyone runs to the middle to try to grab the ball. I don't know. I don't really watch it. We are still going up? Stop going up. Can't get any science. What is near in space? What does it say? Near in space. Crew report while in space near Earth. At what altitude am I no longer near Earth? $500 kilometers? You know what would be hilarious? Is if I was on an escape trajectory, and then like a long time later I have to rescue Jed orbiting the sun. Yeah, not without time acceleration, I'm not. Gotta be kidding me. Fine by me. Still set the speed record, right? Do I have to do that again? Jed! What's up with time acceleration? Well, I did kill Jed. Twice. But the first one didn't count because I reverted. Because I shrewded it. I don't even want to deal with that. But I do want to do some science in space. Alright, Val, you're the next one to die. Hopefully not. Okay, so that is definitely a female voice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was under the impression that it was sound clips from real space missions, but it just sounds like gibberish. But I'm totally fine with that. It makes more sense this way, I think. Is this stream boring? I feel like not a whole lot's been happening. Should I switch to FTL? Okay, if you're enjoying it, that's fine. Maybe if I was doing a better job, I would be enjoying it more. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, I just feel like it's really slow going. But to be fair, I did try a little bit to get some science on the launch pad and the runway, and I'm not able to do that. Why would I do gravity turning? I'm not orbiting, I'm going into space to do science suborbital, straight up. So as not to die, that's not why I died. I died because I time warped deep into the atmosphere. If by non-recoverable you mean totally recoverable and I just time warped too much, then I would agree. Wow, that's a lot of science. 25 science. Good deal. No, that was totally recoverable. How could? What do you mean? Why would I not have been able to land on Earth without burning up? I would not have been able to slow down fast enough. Well, I disagree with that. The atmosphere will slow you down very effectively. Oh, why did I not... Why did I put that materials bay where I put it? I should have put it above the heat shield. Oops. I don't plan on recovering the material bay science. I planned on placing it above the heat shield, and that's not where I placed it. I shrewded the materials bay. Well, I didn't shoot the mission. I am still getting some science If I shrewded it, that means I would have ruined it completely beyond any possible hope of any amount of success. That's a good question. Does Jeb respawn? I don't know if he will or not. I think Jeb will respawn. I might have to buy him back. I'm not sure. I'm not concerned about it. I'm sure I'll be able to get him. I don't think the big four can really ever be dead forever. Am I in the water yet? Hey, I'm in the water, but I get no signs from the water. Oh, I can get some signs. Oh, not from the water, just flying above it. Yeah, I blame mission control for that one. The Terrier, that's what it's called. Okay, I think we should try to... Oh, man. Oh, we need a little more science. We should try to get aviation because then we can build planes. Maybe there will never be a Jeb. A KIA. Use the same rocket, but get rid of the goo and put the bay in the right place. I was planning on doing that with the exception of getting rid of the goo, which is a really good idea. Because I don't need the goo. I also want to get rid of some of these tanks because I don't need to go that high. Yeah, whatever Val just said. So did we make a pizza decision for the night? You ordered a pepperoni with mushroom and a salami with feta? Oh, Val. SAS, Val. I could have sworn I had that on, but I guess I didn't. So you ordered a Joey Special, 2 pizzas. Oh my goodness, go away. Thing, go away, Navball. You are in the way. Okay, so this is the direction I want to go. If I can. There's clouds. I think they're the dark spots here. I don't think we'll make it. I think I ran out of fuel. But that gives me an idea of what I can try next time. Take a crew report, in-flight below 54 kilometers. Near the In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, you and your technical jargon. So why did you order 2 pizzas? Why not just 1 pizza? It's a valid question. Oh, because you had a coupon? That's so Jewish. Oh wait, this is going to be on YouTube, so people might be offended. So it's so stereotypical Jewish, meaning the stereotypical Jews like to save money. And all that really stems from is Jewish bankers, because Christian bankers, well, they couldn't exist because they weren't allowed to charge interest. So they made the Jews be the bankers. And then the Jews got their reputation for, doing what bankers do. Using coupons! That's what bankers do. I kind of want to do an extra pepperoni. And extra mushrooms. I'm not recovering the anti-Semitism well. I'm not recovering anything. I'm also not an anti-Semite. All I'm saying is that the stereotypical Jew likes to use coupons. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against Jews. I'm just saying they like to use coupons and they're dirty and filthy. I don't see what the big deal is. I've never tried salami and feta. That seems strange to me. Spinach and feta, that's a good combination. I've never tried salami and feta either. It could be awful. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I would probably use coupons more often if I wasn't lazy. Is it really laziness? I mean, I feel like that's a part of it. I don't really have coupons. I mean, I don't have newspapers or magazines that have coupons. And if I get those little mailers in the mail, I just throw them out right away. It's kind of nice when companies mail me my garbage. Wow, that was pretty low. It says 1,000, but getting really low there. Oh, maybe I should actually order the pizza and not just have it sit in my cart. Do I have to land or splash down? I don't know, it's nighttime. My guess is splash down. On land. That's made of water. Hey, I was right. Add to my order. Add to my order. Add to my order. I can't add it to my order. What is wrong with this pizza website? And now that I've actually signed in, I have 13 pizzas in my cart. Let's just do the one and check out. It's a medium thin crust pepperoni and mushroom pizza, extra pepperoni, extra mushrooms, and it's going to cost a lot more than FTL costs. And it says my credit card number is invalid, but it processed it anyway. My credit card number is not invalid. It's quite valid. I don't know if I want to do this. I mean, I know I want the jets, but I feel like I can get to my location if I do what I did last time, but just do it a little bit earlier. But there's no science to be had there. So why do I even care if I cancel this contract? It's trivial, see? Well, we'll do it anyway. Don't cancel, that's like giving up. I don't understand. I want this terrier. I can orbit with a terrier. I think I can orbit with a terrier. Ooh, a container! And a mount for the container. There's a lot with Kerbal attachment system that I don't really use. All I really liked was, well, in the container I remember being different, looking different. Whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, let's just stick with our initial plan. Well, I don't know. I feel like once I can orbit, then I can really start opening things up. Yeah, radio decouplers would be nice. But then what am I going to, how am I going to, let's see here. That was not what I meant to do. I meant to do a right click. I want those surface samples, and I can't even afford this. And I would need a bunch of extra money. What good are these nose cones? I know they provide aerodynamics, but the rockets I've been using have been aerodynamic. With the command module and the parachute. I'm not really gaining a lot here, except for mainly just this radial decoupler. With this, I can orbit. I just can't afford it yet. Well, this is easy to do. But I can still mount radially with the struts I've been using. Whatever they're called. And I just offset them. You know what, let's just go ahead and orbit with this. I mean, I can't yaw. I want to yaw. It's all or nothing, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Thank you for your pizza order. Your pizza will be delivered in 37 minutes. Edited for content. Guess I never had a report from the upper atmosphere. Probably don't have a materials sample from the upper atmosphere. Well, 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 well. That's another 6 wells. Why did I could still test it without fuel. Why did I get rid of it? Why am I shooting it? Oh, didn't expect that. Just in time, huh? Alright, let's align retrograde here. Just in case our temperatures go up. You know, I have a feeling the stream is going to be ending soon. Pizza will be arriving, and I'll have to really settle down and get ready for bed. I gotta be up early. Got a long few weeks ahead at work. Fortunately, I did not have to work today, although I was under the impression I would have to. So we only worked 6 days this last week. But the next 2 weekends, we are working for sure. And possibly the next 3, so 26 days straight. I'm looking forward to the overtime. In the meantime, I think I can do another launch or two. So will I stream something else? I think you're missing the point of what I'm saying. I will be streaming probably a lot more often. Depending on if I work my normal 8-hour days or if I have to work 10-hour days. 10-hour days are the days I don't feel like streaming. 8-hour days, I think I'll be fine. Okay, I've just decided that I want to orbit before I stop streaming. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? Well, in that case, may as well use this guy. Come on. You're probably quite heavy. No, we're not outrageously heavy. I can't believe the mass of these fins is pushing me over the limit here. dumper, whatever this one's called, swivel, interior. And I want the goo, but I don't think I can do it. It's pretty light, but we're at that limit. Let's go with that. Let's call this Orbiter. I don't know what the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 really mean. I just assume it meant like version 1, version 2, version 3. But that might not really be it. But I'm just going to go ahead and call it this. Because I'm so creative with names, as you knew. Well, let's try that. We're going to go up first, and then we're going to turn to the side, and then go sideways. Because we can't really turn sideways as early as I would like. Also can't control anything. Okay. Now my buttons are working. Oh, I can turn now. That's quite useful. Well, I don't know if you noticed the yaw in the previous launches. At least one or two of them I attempted to turn. The yaw was all the way to the right. And I wasn't really doing anything until I had the swivel activated. And I don't know if our trajectory is high enough. Oh, now it's wanting to pull. No. This is where having Kerbal Engineer would come in handy. Earthal Engineer. We can't even see our time to apoapsis yet. I'm sure we are fine. We're already suborbital on our launch stage. I mean, to be fair, the guy's saying a lot of things that make sense. I just don't understand anything. What is high altitude? 50? Yes, because 49.8 or whatever it was. Wasn't quite getting it done. But 50 is great, so we'll take it. Can we get any more science here? 2.7? See what it's like in space. Yeah, we'll take it. That's not enough. I don't even want to do that. Don't, no! No! I shrewded it again. I went way too far. Let's try to get to orbital velocity. We might have a shot here. Perfect. I mean, technically not yet, but we have a lot of fuel as long as I don't shoot it again on the next go around. As long as I turn off SAS so we don't run out of power. Oh, so that's what daytime looks like. It's been a while. There, we are in orbit. And we didn't even test the rocket. So, the question is, how long can we be in orbit before we are ready to deorbit and try to land near this point? 5 days is too many. It doesn't look like we'll need 5 days. It looks like we can do it in fewer than 5 days. I think that's... wait, which way is north? I was right the first time. Oh, we are out of fuel. Well, I think we should just hit our target and be fine. There's only one way to find out, right? Tune in next time on Kerbal Space Program. No, I'll do it now, actually. Because I'm not that mean. But what should I name the series? It's obviously not going to be anything amazing, but I think it could be pretty fun. A lot of fun, interesting mods, many of which I've never used before. So come up with a name, type it in the chat box, and I'll just have episode names. This will be episode 1. I'm not going to edit them down, mainly because I don't know how to. Okay, so we could do like Nap FM. Not amazing, but pretty fun mods. Does that sound good? Nap FM? Put a dash in there. Dash would represent nap being like a word, but also an acronym. What should our goal be? Warp drive? What are we going to do with warp drive? I was thinking like we could go to everywhere in the solar system except for maybe one place and plan on using warp drive to get to that place. Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter. Mercury, maybe. I feel like Pluto would be the thing, you know? Like what I did with my Elu mission. That was kind of the last thing I did. Warp driver bust. Kerbal's take on Sol. Well, now it's called Sun. Kerbal's Kit Kids, aka KKK. Well, that pizza guy was quite early. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not trying to complain. But I did overshoot, and I was too high. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was too high. That's okay. Yeah, I don't like these ideas that you have. I mean, at least you're having ideas. But none of them... Each one I read sounds worse than the previous idea. Should I use HyperEdit to add oxygen to Titan? Europa? Io? And move all the Kerbals there eventually? I don't know how many I would have. A bunch of them? I mean, we are, I guess it's kind of like Interstellar Quest. Our quest is to unlock the tech tree. I do wish there was like an end to the game where you reach a certain point after maybe like 200 years your planet becomes uninhabitable and you have to move to another planet or whatever the time frame would be. 2015, A Kerbal Odyssey. Alright, that's what we're going with. That is the best idea I've ever heard anyone say about anything. I had a pretty good one yesterday in Billy's stream. He finally lost 39 wins in a row, and he finally lost. And then he switched to Skyrim, and I suggested that he should name his Skyrim character Steven. And he said something along the lines of, that was the best idea he had ever heard. It seemed kind of obvious, because that's the only name he yells at his computer. But I could get that in there, and he credited me. I'm all bragging about it now. Alright, come on, let's, this is taking a while. I mean, I guess it's realistic, but... You know, when I first bought Kerbal Space Program, I was under the impression that it was on Earth and not on a planet called Kerbin. And I was always, especially early on, mildly disappointed with that. I mean, I got over it pretty quickly, but I won't crash. This is gonna be in the Atlantic Ocean. No, I would never want to crash into Johannesburg. For obvious reasons. You know, I don't want a bunch of people to die. I don't want to really crash anywhere. Landing there, I'd be okay with. "2015, a Kerbal Odyssey." I really like that. This is episode 1. I'm a little sorry that it's turning into a Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movie, meaning it's 3 hours and 20 minutes long. I'm not really sure how to edit these videos down anyways. It streams and I can export it to YouTube. I don't really know how to download the video. I guess I could try to download it from YouTube and then edit with some other editing software and then re-upload it. You could have a full version and then a 20-minute version. Oh, there's the highlights feature. I'm not overly familiar with how that works. But perhaps I could do something like that. But yeah, it does look like Jed might actually be gone for good. So I'm going to have to be extra careful if I don't want to revert upon... I mean, I don't mind reverting if some stupid little thing doesn't go well, but I don't want to revert on major catastrophes as long as they're legitimate. If I'm descending towards Paul and my ship explodes at 5 kilometers above Paul because it just liked to do that with the last few save files, I don't mind reverting that. My ship spontaneously explodes for no reason, I don't mind reverting or quick loading or whatever. I think there are... Sure, Paul isn't in this game. That's not the point. It doesn't have to be Paul. I'm just using it as an example because it happened there. It could happen at any place. Whatever the bug in the software was. But I think the point stands. I do want to get a few more mods. I've already tried to install a few that won't take effect until the next time I restart. And I might look for a mod that prevents me from killing myself by excessive time warping. Because that ain't cool. When I could just be more careful, but I mean, who wants to do that? So, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be ending the stream for the night. There will be more tomorrow. I almost guarantee it. And I highly recommend CKAN, CKAN. Just type it in and type in KSP at the same time, right? So CKAN space KSP. Download it and get mods unless you don't want any mods. Really, really easy. But like I said, I'll be on again tomorrow. Until then, I'm bien miércoles. Stay classy.